A little over a year or so ago, when I started doing these foam airplanes, I was wanting to carve foam and stuff, and a friend of mine suggested a hot knife, so I went up and I got this hot knife. uh, he didn't really say what kind of hot knife, and you can see it's just been burnt up. It works after fashion. It's not the probably what I should have, but it did what it needed. Well, today I got a new one. Oh boy, this one's sweet. This one comes with a bunch of, I don't know what you call these. This is a collet, I guess, and holes. These X-Acto blades down here, or any X-Acto blades. There's 4 of them. Technically, it's a soldering iron, and this tip can go back in it if you want it to be just a soldering iron. Or you can start using these brass collets and stuff, what they are here, with some of these X-Acto blades they sent with it. And this one's, they're sharp too, boy. They're sharper than my other X-Acto blades. Not sure why. This heats up. It's only a 30-watt soldering iron. So this gets up to the heat of a 30-watt soldering iron, and you've got an X-Acto blade there now to make cuts in foam. I particularly like these small ones right here. I also like, these two are sort of the same. It looks like this one, it's the kind of one you'd slide along doing the bottom. Looks like this circular part right here may let this one hold more heat than its cousin right here without that bulge in it. So those are pretty nice. Like I say, I'm kind of partial to this one. These are just normal ones. Like I say, these small ones here and right here, I think I'm going to enjoy using them. And then, of course, any other X-Acto blade you can find on the face of the planet can go in this. So I think I'm going to enjoy this as a hot knife more than this one. I think it's going to work a whole lot better for me. The stand for the 12-inch FPV monitor, Amazon screwed that one up. Amazon said, there was a failure in delivery. We're returning that to the warehouse, and when it gets there 2 or 3 days later, we'll issue a refund. They showed like, they were the vendor for it, by the way, not another company. They showed like 20 in the warehouse. They were $37. I had to reorder. The one that's about a duplicate of it is $64. You would think if Amazon had a damagement in shipment, which Amazon vehicles are who was delivering this one, you would think if it was damaged somewhere along the line, they would just ship another one out of the warehouse of the 10 or 20 they say they have, rather than issue a credit. But perhaps if it was mispriced, they wouldn't want to do that. Well, I reordered another one today. Yes, it's just $64 for a tripod. It should be here tomorrow. So I can start on the conversion of that little 12-inch monitor to 12 volts DC battery, but that's not going to be a big deal at all. That's like a 5-minute project. I've got one more Sky Hunter here to build. I've got most of the parts for it. It's really getting down to now, my projects are just flying. All these planes are ready to go. There's nothing more really to do with them. Again, 2 of them are ready to fly. Well, I don't know about the Nano Talon anymore. Those MRO parameters in that. Me and another are both confused over some of them. And because they're so far off from normal, and I'm not the one that set them, it may crash soon. I may set it aside in favor of my own platforms that fly perfectly. I don't expect any problems out of these things. I expect 5 more new maidens, airspeed calculations, and auto trims, and there will be 7 drones flying at that point, maybe 6 if the nanotalon doesn't work out. I've never flown in an FPV monitor or goggles. I've just about got my monitors squared away on the ground station and 2 standalone ones to where that's pretty much put to bed, except for the DC on the 12-inch monitor. And, you know, that'll give me 3 places to view the FPV transmission. In other words, myself and 2 other people, a backup in case battery goes out in one of them, whatever. You can just switch instantly from one monitor to the other. You can do it in 2 failures if you have 3 of them. It's not what I'm setting out for. So that's just about put to bed. Next thing up is the goggles. I do have 3 pair of goggles, I think. I have not even put them on, turned them on since my cataract surgery. I'm not sure how my vision for them is going to be yet. I knew how it was going to be for these monitors, so I went with them first. And so after the monitors work, I'll be banging on the goggles, figuring out what kind of prescription reading glasses I need or whatever is going to make them work. Like I say, I haven't even turned them on. It would be wonderful if I turned them on and I could just see perfectly focused in them. But because I have to use reading glasses because my eyes no longer have focus, that focus was destroyed when they destroyed the original lenses during the cataract surgery. I can no longer focus between 5 and X number of feet out. My vision is set for a depth of field from 2 or 3 feet away from me out some distance that I don't know. I still have to use reading glasses on the bench and stuff. So I do think when I put on the goggles, I'm not going to be able to see them because I'm going to be too close to them to see with the focal length that I have now. And it's going to require reading glasses, which probably won't fit in the Sky Zones or the Carl Zeiss. They may or may not have some diopter. I've got some diopters here for the Sky Zones that might fix that problem. I don't know. See, that's the kind of thing I'll have to get into. But that's not far off. Like I say, the planes are done. Except for some tuning flights and the original maidens on 5 of them. The PV monitors are so close to done it isn't even funny. And I do have those concerns about the goggles and stuff, but I think those boil down to using the diopters for the Sky Zones and using reading glasses inside the, Cyclops box goggles. So I'll be doing them last for those reasons. So things is sort of slowing down here. It's almost getting down to the point of nothing but flying. I won't be doing R2 boat or R2 subs soon. I just don't have the finances to start into those platforms at this time. I'd rather use my little finances I have left for, could boil down to having to buy a new pair of goggles. I've seen some of these new goggles that you can go and send your prescription from your eye doctor in, and they will put diopters in them for you and send them. Oh, they'll make you diopters to put in them and send them to you. There's a fix for all of this. So that's all I have for today. It's sort of all I have for a while. There's not much going on here unless I fly. I'm just not going to start building that other Sky Hunter too soon either. Time for a break. Thank you, guys.